Hey, I'm Gluszek. Welcome to day 4, Grand Lake Bassmaster Classic practice. It's the morning time. I'm drinking some coffee and I'm mapping out, fine-tuning what I'm going to be doing out on the water today. And I just wanted to show you some of the tools that I'm using to dissect this body of water and try to make the most out of this short practice round that I have on a body of water that I've never been to before. So I guess one of the first things I want to talk about is mapping. Mapping is very, very important to me. I still really love paper maps. We have so many cool electronic maps these days, but boy, it's hard to beat a really good paper map. This is a hotspots map. I take notes on them, I handwrite stuff on them, and it takes the whole lake and it puts it in one place so that I can really get a feel for how that lake is laid out and how the fish that I'm catching or the places that I'm finding, how they relate to one another out on the lake. And you can see I have 3 of them. I have 3 of these hotspots maps, actually 4 of them. And I buy a lot of them because I take different notes on different maps. Maybe per practice day or maybe different types of patterns. A lot of times I write on them so much that there's no room left, so I have to have fresh maps all the time to be able to handle my note taking. I even found, I buy every map that's available. This is a cool map I found at one of the local tackle stores that's got some unique insight into the lake, and it interprets the maps a little bit differently. So I haven't really had a chance to look at this, but I made sure I picked it up. Man, when I'm at a new lake, I buy every single map that's available. And here's electronic maps. This is a Bassmaster map that I use. It's a great little map system. It breaks the contours down nicely. It really writes the contours differently than some of the other maps. And that's the key. See, every map will write things just a little bit differently. So by having multiple maps, you really can find things that aren't shown on other maps. And so very, very helpful tools. This tool is outstanding because I can zoom around on it. I can move the lake around, put waypoints on it, put waypoints there, and then go find them in real time. Great little mapping system. Big deal, research. I do a lot of research on the internet. It makes it really cool. This is from Bass Resource. This is when Kevin won in one of the post-spawn tournaments here on Grand. Really cool information about the weights that the top 5 guys caught each day, some of the things about the weather conditions, some things about the types of baits and the depths that they were using. Great information that you can find from the tournament results, old Bassmaster tournaments, all tournaments that have been held here. I'll try to collect some research to find some things in common that I can use in my fishing. Fishing Gold, Bass Gold, great resource. It talks about their percentages, about what the likelihood of certain types of patterns, certain types of depths, certain types of cover, and certain types of lures that are likely going to win this tournament in February. Really neat resource. So I'm using that. I'm using that for this tournament as well. One of the things that I do when I go out, I have all these great maps that I use and I consult while I'm fishing. And man, on the sonar units that we have today with Navionics chips and all the other mapping that's available, it's outstanding. And what I do, especially on a lake that I've never been to before like this one, it's important for me to write things down. I keep a trusty old paper notebook. I think it's an effective tool. And like on a lake that I've been to a lot, I have no problem. I know, everything's almost memorized. I know where every point, every dock is. I don't really have to take copious notes like I do on a place I've never been to. So what I'll do is when I get into a certain area, I'll mark a waypoint, I'll write the waypoint down, and then I take notes about what that waypoint is. Whether it's, here's waypoint number 63. Found an isolated rock outcropping and the depth that I found that rock outcropping and where it was located. Now I can take that point, I can put it right on my paper map and make sense of it and get an understanding of what all these places are. Because on a brand new body of water that's 50, 60 miles long, it's almost impossible to memorize all these little bitty details. Like a brush pile off the corner of the blue dock, in 20 feet of water. that stuff is important for me. I put the waypoint down here, take a little notes on it, and I also take a lot of notes about the conditions, what the water color is, what the water temperature is, and what the weather conditions are the days that I'm practicing. This is a pretty detailed approach to how I go about it, and it's how I'm attacking my classic here on Grand Lake. So this is really cool because we have a 2.5 month off limits period. I've collected a lot of information. I've looked at a lot of water. I'm going to have all this time to try to assemble this information so that when I come here for the official practice, I'll be ready to go. I have a strong understanding what the patterns could be. I'll have an idea of what types of cover exist in different parts of the lake so that if I get on a pattern, I can use my notes and all my data to be able to run that pattern all over this lake, even though I've never been here before. So that's it. Here we go. I'm getting ready. Sun's up. We're going to go launch the boat. We've got a great warm day here in December. Really pretty unusual. But I'm Pete Gluszek from the Bass University, and this is my Bassmasters Classic.